Shit, it's Kobe Bryant. Help me. Just pass me the trophies and we'll pull you out. Pass.
All right, Shalom. This is Brother Tazabar from the GMS Atlanta Church. I want to start out by giving all glory, infinite praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to my apostles and the elders at Great Millstone that teach and they rule well. Salutations to the Akim throughout the four corners that are putting their life on the line week in and week out, in season out of season, to prophesy the gospel of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, to make their call on election sure. And salutations to the few women and children that subscribe to this truth and faith and sincerity, all charity and subjection, because that is the key. And I just wanted to come real quick, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying, and it provokes the fear of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah upon all the believers of the Most High, man. If you believe on the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, this happening should strike fear in you. Yeah, niggas die every day. We know that. But at the end of the day, Kobe was a celebrity, the Lord had him on the scene for over 20 years, and you actually saw an individual grow before your eyes. But in the end, it goes to show you in his death that the Lord has no respect to persons, man. And this is a clear example of the Lord killing individuals, and he make it alive. And I start here, man. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start here because. I'll just start here, because at the end of the day, Jake may think, Kobe was 3 years, almost 4 years removed away from into his retirement. He was a young man. He was 41. He didn't get to fully even really get into living his life or whatever. And they may think, the Lord took him too soon. But hey, man, what do we have here? We have Job chapter 4, verse 7. It says, "Remember, I pray thee, whoever perish being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off?" So show me a man on the planet Earth that is died and he was innocent, because we know the issue of death is what? Through sin, man. That's the only reason. That's the only way in which you can receive death is if you sin, and through sin comes death. So that's why the question is posed. Remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off? Because we understand that in the coming days that the righteous will not be cut off, that the righteous shall be saved, man. If you be found that at elect number of the 144,000 of the 1/3, man. So where were the righteous cut off? Because if you calling on the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, you should expect to live. All right. And the Lord really showed Kobe mercy, man. A quick death. We already knew, if anybody knows the scriptures, that the Lord he showed Kobe mercy, because he had already showed men that he really wasn't effing with Kobe like that, because he never gave him a son. He only had daughters. All right, so the Lord was it was never the Lord's intention for Kobe name to be for his seed to be left on the earth, or his name or remembrance of him to be left on the planet Earth, man. Because he never gave him a son. All right, now this is Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 39. It says, "See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me." Who is this speaking, man? This is the Most High. "I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand." And despite all of Kobe's great talents and gifts and all the money and all the accolades and the notoriety and the fame that he had, hey, it could not deliver him out of the hands of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. All right. Let I go here, because his daughter died on that plane crash with him as well. And it says for who perished being innocent. So in the sight of the Most High, even his daughter was not found innocent with the Most High. Rather, it was something she did in her former previous incarnation or whatever, being under Kobe, being his daughter. She could have been, disobedient, talk back or anything. Hey, that could get you put to death. Or something she did in her past life. It says, this is Proverbs chapter 20, verse 11. Even a child is known by his doings, whether his work be pure or whether it be right. So it's up to the Most High to judge that whether they're pure and whether it be right, man. So she was known in her doings, and so was Kobe Bryant, man. All right. And it says, and alluding back to Deuteronomy 32, it says, none can deliver out of Yahweh Shem Shai's hands. And Kobe played right into Yahweh Shem Shai's hand. And Proverbs 20 proves it. This is Proverbs 20 and 24. Man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? So the Lord put Kobe on that helicopter with his daughter, and then all the other individuals that was on that helicopter with him, so they could go so they could meet their demise, man. So they could be put to death. You know why? Because it's of Yahweh. It was of Yahweh Shemi Shai's will. So the Lord had Kobe get on that plane, had his daughter join him, and had the individuals that was on there. And he had him, hey man, he had the helicopter fall out of the sky. All right. This is Hebrews chapter 10, verse 31. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. All right. So it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the Most High, man. Because if you fall into the hands, either it's gonna be for your salvation or for your destruction, man. That's the issue of death, man. That's why you see things die. And they fell into the hands of Yahweh Shem Yahushua for death. As we all have, man. All right. We all fall into the hands of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And I had made the statement earlier, you know, the Lord showing him mercy. The Lord did show him mercy because he doesn't have to live and see the things that shall befall the earth in the coming days, man. All right. And that's speaking on Jacob's trouble, because the next time Kobe open his eyes, so to speak, on this earth again, it'll be in the kingdom of heaven, man. It won't be no sorrow. He won't have to expect to die. He won't have to expect to lose a daughter. You know, deal with the things that he dealt with in this hellish life. This is Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7. Alas, for the day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. And who is that he? That is the elect, man. And the Lord didn't save Kobe, but he still showed Kobe mercy. Why? Because he doesn't have to see this. It says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. So it'll never be another day like Jacob's trouble, man. All right. And furthermore, proof of that, to end off, because really, hey, Kobe got a great going home present, man. A quick death, you know. And didn't have to suffer too much, except outside of the few seconds he was under that distress of, damn, I'm finna die. My plan, this helicopter's going down. But right after that, it was over with, man. You know. So this is Amos. This is Amos chapter 5, verse 18. It says, "Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light." So that's the day of Jacob's trouble as well, man. Before the day of the Lord is Jacob's trouble. So the Lord is telling you it was leading up to his return on earth, that it's gonna be hell and calamity on the earth. And Kobe's getting up in age; his body is beginning to fail. Hey, 41 years old. You tired now, man. You spent this whole life slaving. And now it's breaking down on him. And the Lord's like, yo, man, before I even had you deal with that, you and this particular daughter, I'm going to just bring you back to the spirit world. I'm going to go ahead and punch that clock. All right. He pulled this ticket. All right. Verse 19, it says, as if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him. And we know a lion is a ferocious animal. So that's the fierceness that's going to, of all the hell and calamity that is going to be on the face of the earth. And it said, and a bear met him. And a bear is known to, I'm going to get you, I'm going to get you, I'm going to get you. That's the spirit of a bear, man. A bear track you for miles, if not days, man. That's what the movie Reverend come from. You know, it's on your ass. So these troubles are going to constantly be on Jake's ass in that day, man. All right. It says, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall, and the serpent bit him. So say if you become acclimated to the fierceness and the constant hell, the constant chase of death on your ass, and say if you do find a moment of rest, and that moment of rest is when you should lean your hand up on the wall and a serpent will bite you and put you to death, man. And that was in a sense Kobe. Kobe got bit by a serpent. His hand was on the wall. He was cool. He made it through. He made it through the hell and the trials and the tribulations and the hell to reach a particular place of peace, so to speak. You know, dealing with the NBA, dealing with all the troubles, escaping all the hell that most Jakes go through in this captivity, and he reached a certain level of success. But even after that or whatever, Kobe was just at peace, man. And what happened? He leaned his hand on the wall and the serpent bit him, man. All right. It says, "Shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark and no brightness in it?" So it's gonna be no brightness. So the Lord showed Kobe mercy and showed his daughter mercy, and the individuals that was in the helicopter with him, the Lord showed those individuals mercy. So there's no reason for us to feel sad or cry. You know, Jake may be hurt, but to hell with it, man. It is what it is. Niggas die every day, B. Hey, so with that, you know, that's all I had through the spirit. Hey, the Lord took Kobe up out of here. Hey, he's sitting in the spirit world and he's really looking down. If he's even has the care to look down on planet Earth, it's like, yo, man, I'm chilling. To hell with those millions down now. We gonna get that 100 million times manifold in the kingdom, man. The richest Kobe had wasn't shit compared to what we gonna have in the kingdom, and he's still gonna be low because he was exalted on this side, and he didn't push the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So at the end of the day, it was righteous judgment, man. You know, it ain't nothing for us to get in our feelings. We can't be respected as a person because Yahweh Shem Yahushua damn sure ain't the individual to show respect to persons. But you know, that's all I had through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know, hopefully brothers were edified, and it sparks the spirit of fear because, hey man, we ain't even out of the month of July. And hey, prophecies are popping off left and right, and this has been a hellish time for America. But with that, I want to end out by giving all glory and all praises to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, double honors to my apostles and the elders at Great Millstone. And until the next time, Shalom.